The rugged new Instinct 3 series GPS smartwatches are designed to be worn wherever your next adventure leads. You can choose from AMOLED or solar-powered displays. Both options are available in two sizes, 45mm and 50mm, and come in sleek colorways like black or black and charcoal. For Instinct 3, we are introducing limited edition colorways, and the first colorway is our Tropical Pulse collection, which are bright and bold colors. Today we're going to walk you through the user interface and features to help you operate your Instinct 3 like a pro. I'm using the AMOLED 50mm watch, but this will also apply to your solar watch. If you are looking for a new watch band, I want to remind you that Instinct 3 bands only fit Instinct 3. Garmin QuickFit bands are compatible with all Instinct watches. Simply order the correct size band that fits your watch, either 22mm or 26mm. All of this information is available on Garmin.com. Today we're going to look at the buttons on the Instinct 3. There are 5 buttons on your Instinct, and we're going to start with the top left button. This button is called the Control and Light button. So for a short press, it will turn on your screen and turn off your screen. If you do a long press, you'll be able to turn your watch on or off, and you'll get to your controls menu. Another thing you can do with this button is a double press, and that will turn your flashlight on or off, and we'll get more into the flashlight later in the video. Next up is the menu and up button. A short press will take you to your glances. You can scroll through. A long press will take you to the menu. Now, this is your A, B, C, and down button. A short press will take you to your glances. A long press will take you to your altimeter, your barometer, and your compass. Now, if we move to the right side of the watch, we'll look at your GPS and your start-stop button. Short press will take you to your activities, and we'll set up some activities later in the video. A long press will get your GPS coordinates, and you can save those coordinates or you can use them in different ways, which we will talk about later on in the video as well. The bottom button is your back button. It will take you back out of the screen you're in, and you can go all the way back to your main page when you are in different activities or different menus. You can also hold the back button for your alarms, your timers, stopwatch, and other features. This is called a hotkey, and we'll talk about hotkeys later in the video. Okay, let's set up some of your favorite activities. To do this, you'll press the Start-Stop button. You'll scroll down. Let's select hike. So you'll press your Start-Stop button to select hike. Let's scroll down and select a few more. Let's select horseback riding. Then we can go back, and now we have our activities set. If you want to go and add more activities in the future, scroll down and you can add more. Scroll down to here, hit plus. Now let's look at the gym. Let's add strength, and strength is added. From here, you can also move it up and down. So if strength is going to be your number 1 activity you want top of your list, you can move it to the top. There, now your activities are set. So when you hit the top right button, you will see them. Let's go ahead and add one more activity. Press the top right button, scroll down, scroll all the way down till you see the plus, and let's add walking. Let's move it to the top. Now let's go ahead and start walk as an activity. Press the top right button. When you're doing an outside activity, you'll get GPS connection. So you wait for your GPS connection, and then you hit the top right button to start your walk. Once you're in your walk, you can scroll through different screens. You can add new screens. I'm pressing the top right button. We're going to add a screen, so scroll down to the plus. Push the top right button. Add a custom data screen. and you can choose the fields that you want to enter. So I've chosen 2 fields. The top field, I'll choose distance. And I'm pressing the top right button to select those. Now I'm pressing the down button to scroll through the fields. Let's select a speed field. Speed chart, and again I'm pressing the top right button to select it. You can press up or down to change the location of this new screen. So now we have it added. So I'm going to hit back. So now we can scroll through the screens. Now we have 3. To end the activity, I'll press the top right button, and we will see a recap of our walk. I can either resume my walk, I can save it, I can resume it later, I can change sport if I'm going to start running now, I can add a lap. Most of the time these watches are programmed to lap at 1 mile, but you can change this if you want. You can hit back to start, or you can discard this. So for this demonstration, I'm going to save it. Once I've saved it, I press the top right button to do that, and then eventually, once it connects to your Garmin Connect account, you will see that notification on your screen. Okay, next up we're going to customize your controls menu. The control menu is great to get you into a lot of different features on the watch. You'll be able to control different settings, and it's just an easy way to get into some of your items that you want to use quickly. So we'll do a long press. You can scroll through. We've got some that are pre-programmed in here that are usually the most used, and that's why they're already in here. You can also customize this list. You'll do a long press on the menu button, and you can add controls. So let's add a control. Let's add the calendar. So we've selected the calendar here. We'll right press the top right button, and now it's been added. So we'll hit the back button, and then we'll see the calendar on the controls menu. Now you can open the calendar. And to back out of it, click the back button. You can also remove items. We can remove Find My Phone, we can remove Do Not Disturb. If you want to make this list shorter, you can. And by doing this, you see the red X, and then I hit the Start Stop button to remove it. Then I'll hit back, and here we go. If we want to make additional changes, press the long menu button, and you can reorder the controls to get them in the order that you'd like to see them in. Again, this is easy, so don't worry about adding or removing controls because you can always make changes. So don't let that limit you on what you do with your watch. Okay, let's set up a hotkey. A hotkey is a customizable button or buttons on the watch that allow you to quickly access specific settings or options. This eliminates the need to navigate through the watch menus to make selections. It's basically a shortcut to access the features that you use the most. To do this, you'll hold the up button to get to the menu. From here, you'll select Systems, so let's scroll down until we find Systems. Press the top right button, scroll down until we see Hotkeys. From here, there are many options. So when you hold the Start button, it will get you to the GPS, which we covered previously in the video. You can also do the hold back button, hold down button. The hold down button we already talked about is pre-programmed as your ABC button. So let's do the Start Up button. It doesn't have anything programmed to it right now, so I'm going to press the top right button. Let's have it be the alarm clock. So press the top right button to select it. So now we've set your Start and Up button as your hotkey for your alarm. So I'm going to back out, back. now, when you press these two buttons, you'll be able to add an alarm. Okay, we're going to change the watch face. To do this, press and hold the menu button and select watch face. So press and hold. Top right button to press the watch face. Now let's scroll through. There are lots of different options for watch faces, and once you find the watch face you like, you can customize it. So let's actually customize the watch face that's on there now. So you'll press the top right button. Let's go into data. You can change the data fields that are on the watch. So right now you see the steps are flashing. So you'll use your up and down button to change what's in that field. We can change it. There's lots of different options. We'll use this. That's flights of stairs. So if you like it there, then you'll press the top right button to select it. And then we've moved on to the next one. Elevation. We can change this one as well. So I'm pressing the down button on the left to see what my options are. We'll put VO2 max. If you're happy, you press the top right button and then we'll move on. Heart rate's next, I like that there. 15-day battery life, we can change that. I'm scrolling through my options. We'll put steps right here. If you're happy with that, you press the top right button and you can move on. The bottom is already set to where I like it. It's sunrise and sunset. Top right button. So I've gone through all the data fields. The screen will come back. Next, I want to change the accent colors. Press the top right button. You can scroll through with your up and down keys to find new colors. Find something nice and bright. Here we go. Press the top right button. If you're not happy with it, you can delete it. Or you can save it. We'll hit apply to save your changes. Early in the video, we talked about how to turn the flashlight on and off. Let's talk more about what the flashlight can do. I use this feature every day, so I'm very familiar with it. Like I said earlier, you can access the flashlight by double pressing the top left button to turn the flashlight on and off. You can press up and down to adjust the brightness or choose the red light option. Double press to turn it off. You can also customize different light modes in certain activities. For example, I turn mine on when I'm walking my dog at nighttime. To do this, we're going to hold the menu button. We're going to scroll down to your activities and apps. Press the top right button. We're going to select walk, so press the top right button here. And now we're going to go into your walk settings. So we'll scroll down. There's lots of different things you can control in your walk. So we see strobe. We'll press the top right button. It's off. We can turn it on. We can turn it on after sunset, which is when I would like it to be turned on. So we'll select after sunset. Right now I've got it set to blitz. We can change it to beacon or pulse. I'll select pulse. We can change the speed of the pulse. We can change the color. For this one I want white so I'm more visible. And that's how you select it. Now I'll hit back, 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 back to get to my home screen. Okay, now let's go over the glance loop. To get into the glance loop, you press your up or down button. So from here, we'll scroll through these pretty quickly and then we'll get into them in some detail. But first I want to add a glance to this loop. So we'll scroll down to the bottom. We'll hit edit. Let's add, gotta scroll down again. We'll add ABC. Let's add one more. Let's add body battery. So now we'll hit back and back. And now we've added those to our glance loop. So we can go in and see more detail. So my ABC is selected, so I'll hit the top right button for more information. From here, you saw the 4 dots on the left side. That indicates that there are more screens. So you can press down to scroll through those screens. You can also press your top right button. You can calibrate, you can change the settings, you can do many other things. We'll hit back. Now let's look at the sleep coach. Press the top right button. This will tell you what type of sleep you need. Hit the top right button again. There's more insights, sleep modes, alarms, and settings. Let's hit back. And we'll scroll up. We've got floors climbed, notifications, race calendar, 5K, tracking, your calendar, training. So if you top right press, you can go into training. You can scroll through here and learn more about each of these, training status, last activity. You can edit this as well. You can add these glances, so we can add performance, we can add anything else to this list. So we're going to back out of here. So again, like we talked about in the other videos, you can't make a mistake here. You can make changes, you can undo the changes, so don't worry about what you added or not added, because you can change it at any time. So we briefly went over the glance loop. There are a ton more options to go into and to customize, so take your time, go through the glances, and customize the watch to make it work best for you. Now I'll show you how to make changes on your device with the Garmin Connect mobile app. So first, start by opening the app on your phone. We'll select your watch in the top right corner. If you have multiple devices, they will show up here. Select the watch you want to make changes to. From this screen, you can change a multitude of settings. You can change your activities and apps, notification alerts, appearance, your map, your connectivity. So for this video, I'm going to show you how to change your activities and apps. So earlier in the video, we added walk, strength, and hike to our favorites. And I'll show you how they match up on your watch. So we've got walk, strength, hike, horseback. Let's add a few more. So we'll go to Edit. Let's add Workouts. Let's add Garmin Share. Now when we come over to the watch, we can see Workouts and Garmin Share. So from here, we'll go back to our main settings page, and in here you can do lots of different things. You can change the appearance of your watch. We reviewed the watch face, we reviewed glances earlier, controls we talked about, but here you can see it in a different layout, which might be easier for you to make changes to. You can check out your connectivity with your phone, with Garmin Share, which we'll go over in a minute. You can look at your health and wellness. You can make changes to how you see your heart rate, daily summary if you want that turned on, if you want stress alerts on or off, move alerts. You can change your goals, so your daily step goals, intensity minutes, and so on. So that's how you can change your settings on your phone. Next, I'm going to talk about the Garmin Share app. This app allows you to directly share data with other compatible Garmin devices. When you are within 10 feet of another compatible device, you can share saved locations, courses, and workouts. Now let me show you how to do this on the Instinct 3. Press your activities, select Garmin Share. So now you know your device is ready to share or receive. We have a Fenix 8 over here that we'll be using to share. So now we'll come down and we'll press the down button to share. We have one waypoint item we can share with the Fenix 8. We'll select it. We'll scroll down. We'll select it. Then we'll press share. It's going to be looking for the device it wants to share to, and we want to make sure it's the correct device. So now you can see on the Fenix 8 that Instinct 3 wants to share one item with you. You can accept it. You can see it's sending and it's downloading, and now it's complete. Let's look at sensors and accessories. So we'll top right button, we'll go into sensors. Your auto discovery is on. This is mainly to broadcast your heart rate. You can add new sensors. We can look at your wrist heart rate. If you want your wrist heart rate on, you can turn it off. There's different features that you can use while you're swimming. If you want to be alerted if you have an abnormal heart rate, broadcasting heart rate. So there's lots of different things you can do here, which is great depending on what activity you're doing and if you're on a workout machine that you want to broadcast your heart rate to. So we can look at pulse ox, which is something else you can customize. You can look here and do it manually, or you can set it to check your pulse ox at certain times of the day. We've got your compass, which we looked at earlier, altimeter, barometer, club sensors. If you're a golfer, this is where you can add your club sensors. So we'll go back. We haven't talked about the map much, so we go into the map. How you want to, your orientation, you can track up, you can make changes to that as well. If you want north up, select it, back out. We did not save it, so that's why it didn't save. So if you wanted to save it, north up, select the top right button, and that's how it's saved. You can scroll down and see lots of other different features you can change, grid lines. If you want to auto zoom, you can. So we'll leave this. Connectivity. Here's where you'll pair to your phone. Make sure it's on. If you want your smart notifications to be sent, alerts on or off, pair with your phone. You can change your audio prompts here. If you want your lap alert to give you an audio prompt, different speed or pace, heart rate alert. So you can scroll through these and make tons of changes and to customize the watch exactly how you want it. So we'll back out of here. Garmin Share that we talked about already. So we'll back out. You can update your user profile. We've got safety settings, incident detection. If you fall off your bike, if you're bike commuting, hiking, road bike, walking. And then it'll show you the list of unsupported activities as well, in case you're not sure if your favorite activity is supported. Assistance. So this is very important if you're out alone doing something. To send assistance alert, you will hold this button down until you feel 3 vibrations. So this will send an assistance alert to the person you've identified in your Garmin Connect app. I'm going to cancel it for this purpose. I will go back in, scroll down back to the settings. We've talked a lot about health and wellness as well, but I'll open this up and I'll scroll through these: heart rate, pulse ox, your daily summary, stress alerts. Back out of here, navigation. You can change your data screens. We did that earlier on a previous activity, but you can customize the screens you see when you're in a navigation activity. Talked about the power manager. This is where you can change your battery settings. We have different power modes. Some might be better for how you use your watch than others. Battery estimates. And then your system settings. You can change your language, your time, display. If you like your time in a different format, this is where you would change your time. You have 24-hour military. I'll select 12-hour. Same with date. And that was a deep dive into the settings on the watch. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below.